Trying to find the reasons you won't.
Hi beautifuls, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. So we're doing things a little different today. I did not feel like doing a full face intro, so we're gonna do a voiceover one. Hi, how are you? So this is my first Valentine's Day set of 2025, and I kind of want to preface this video with letting you guys know that I want to be as educational as possible, not probable, as possible. So I'm gonna try to explain as much as I can and be as detailed as I can in like 26 minutes. So let's get started. So to prep my nails, I went in with a dehydrator. It's the Gelish pH bond dehydrator, and now I'm going in with my Dami peel off base. I just put that in the center of my nails, going down to my free edge to ensure that when I'm removing the Jello peel off base, that I do not get any damage onto my natural nails. My nails are quite thin, and every time that I personally have used the Jello peel off base, I have gotten some damage. I prep my nails really good. Even when I use my Jello peel off base, I never go in with a primer, but I still get damage when I remove it. So I use the Dami peel off base to ensure that I do not get damage, and I only put that in the areas where I typically do get damage when removing the Jello peel off base when used by itself. If that makes any sense whatsoever. If you guys want a full detailed prep video, let me know and I'll be more than happy to show you guys, because all of 2025, I want people who watch my videos to learn things, learn new techniques, whether it's coming from my prep, my application, or my nail art. So here's the 2025, here's the education, here's to learning something. Okay, so to adhere my full cover tips, I'm going in with the IBD Building Gel Clear. I get this building gel from Amazon. I like it. It's on the cheaper side. It's definitely much cheaper than the Appraise, what do they call it? Tip glue? I don't know. It's definitely much cheaper than that. And it's IBD, which is a reputable brand. It's not like Beetles, where it most likely, if incorrectly used, could definitely cause contact dermatitis. Which I do want to say, any gel product can give you contact dermatitis if it is misused. But IBD is a reputable brand. It's been around for a really long time. So if you're going to buy some cheap gel to adhere full cover tips, get that one and stick to clear gel. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and clip the free edge of my nails and file my side walls. Yeah. There's not much explaining on that. Typically when I do my full cover application, I don't add much, because there are tons and tons of video that show you how to adhere full cover tips. But if there's anything that you can take away from this video, is if you're gonna apply full cover tips with gel and that needs to be cured, make sure the tip is clear. You can see through the tip. Make sure that you can see through the tip, because if you cannot see through the tip, light cannot penetrate through the tip. And you should not have to cure a nail for 3 to 4 to 5 minutes for the nail to cure. So just remember that. If you can see through the tip, you can adhere it on with glue. If you cannot see through the tip, do not adhere it on with gel. Adhere it on with regular nail glue. Okay. So after I've done prepping my nail, I went in with the YOGO Zombie Base Gel to put a tacky layer down for my gel polish. So I'm going in with the Sansu Gel polish. I got this gel polish off of AliExpress. I love it. I did only 2 coats of this gel polish, and it fully covered my nail to the consistency that I liked. And it was like, I got 60 of them. They're 15 milliliters. and I got them off of AliExpress. Granted, it took a really long time to get me. I think it took like 2 months to get to me, but it only cost me like 100 and I think no more than like 130, 140, around that amount. I don't really remember. Bought in 2023. So yeah, absolutely love the product. 110 would recommend. So yeah, after I finished adding the blue, I went in with the yogurt gel syrup 23 to do my nude base for French tip. I applied this and then like I looked at it for like maybe like 5 seconds. And I was like, this is a little too pinky for the vibe that I'm going with. So after I finished adding it on my middle and ring, I went in with the yogurt gel syrup 24, which is like a milky off-white, to put on top of this pink to kind of tone it down. And it worked. I absolutely love the outcome of this. Yeah, it's cute. I dig it. And I don't really add too much of this because I don't kind of want to. Syrup gel can be layered to where it's quite pigmented and it's fully covered. I did not want that. I definitely wanted it to give like a nude illusion, nude nails. So I only did one layer of each color and I was okay with that. I was okay with it being see-through. I definitely did not want to completely cover it. I just wanted it to add a bit of color, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I'm terrible at explaining things, but I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn. So I would say one thing is that for you to have beautiful nails and amazing nail art, your foundation needs to be perfect. So after I finish every bit of, like, every time I add something on to the nail, you'll see me wipe my side walls because I want to, one, retain my shape, because gel is something that can run and build to your side walls. So you want to make sure that you wipe it and clean it to keep that beautiful slick coffin shape or whatever nail shape that you're doing. As well as you'll see, like, when I add gel polish on, I really take my time and I don't kind of like sloppily put it on, because once you cure it, that's how it is. You either cure it or completely have to file everything off. So be very careful and selective with how you apply product near your cuticle area, how you apply product to the edges of your nail, and yeah, keep it as neat as possible, because the neater your polish application is, the prettier the overall your nail set is going to be. Take your time. Like, I think it took me 12 hours to do this set, and one, it took me 12 hours because of how much I put on this nail set, but also because I truly take my time when applying polishes and things like that, because I don't want it to like mess up my cuticle area or be all over my cuticle area and things like that. So after that's all said and done, I am going to start to create the jean illusion or the jean look on the nails. So I took this white from the MPA X Narina Nails artist palette, as well as this light blue from the MPA Art Gel Palette. It comes like 40 colors. Absolutely love it. I mixed those two together to start to create this jean pattern. So the technique that I'm doing is an artist technique called dry brushing. So it's a painting technique that uses a brush with little paint to create textured brush strokes. So pretty much with this technique, I'm trying to imitate the cross stitching that you see in jeans. So jeans are made of just like a bunch of cross stitching going on to create jeans. I don't really know how jeans are made, but I know for sure that it's done through cross stitching. So I'm trying to imitate that on these nails to give it that jean look. So I went in with the dry brush technique where I loaded my brush up and then I kind of pulled product from the brush, and then I go in and I swipe going horizontally and vertically. And what happens is, because I have very little product on the brush, it kind of like picks up product as I apply product on. And that is where you get like the cross stitching kind of textured look. And then before going in with the second layer that I'm doing now, I took a blending brush, not a blending brush, a blending sponge to kind of like disperse or ombre that first layer out, because it's gonna add depth and texture. So yeah, I don't really, I'm terrible at explaining things. So that's pretty much what I did. Like, yeah, dry brush the first layer after I got it in a way that I like. I blended it out with the sponge, but still not too much to where I'm completely dispersing the polish, just enough to where you can still see some of that texture. And then being more careful, and then after I blend it out, I cure it. And then being more careful with my application the second round, I repeat the dry brushing just to give that textured look. And it's kind of important that you like go in different directions, you pull some areas out, you make some areas darker or add more paint in some areas than you do others, because that's really what's going to give it that cross stitching jean look. So yeah, and make it patchy. So I just do that same technique over all of the nails, and yeah, that's how you do it. I feel like I just said a whole bunch of nothing, but I'm just gonna let you guys watch this. And yeah, hopefully me doing it explains more than whatever the hell I just said. T. Yeah. To be honest, okay, so I've been watching RuPaul's Drag Race these past couple of days. Like, I've been rewatching seasons and catching up on seasons that I missed, because I love watching RuPaul's Drag Race for its artistry. These queens be pulling out some of the craziest stuff, and while watching it, it's been making me wonder why hasn't no one did like a RuPaul's Drag Race-esque. I should say RuPaul's Drag Race, because RuPaul's Drag Race is for becoming America's next drag queen. But like a competition like RuPaul's Drag Race, but for nails. Like, wouldn't that be so cool? Like, with all of the, like, how much our nail community has grown in its artistry and like art on nails. Like, imagine that. But imagine that in a competition of like America's top nail artists going head to head. And I don't mean, and I mean, yeah, it's kind of cool because every artist has their own niche and their own like thing that they're really good at. And then to see them all compete together, bringing forth their artistry and their own ideas, and yeah, going head to head to see who's gonna be the winner. See, I would watch that. I would live for that. I would try to be in that. I want that for us. I want that for us. I would, oh my gosh, I would watch every day. Yeah, like a nail competition, but not like how like we have nail competitions at like Premier Orlando or like at these what do they call it, like nail expos and things like that. Like, no, like legitimately a reality TV show nail competition. I would love that. I would love that. Like, we have it for tattoos. We have it for we had it for models. I don't know if there is still. Does America Next Top Model still go on? I don't know. I don't watch that. We have it for drag queens. We need it for nails. We're our own thriving community. We need it. Okay. So now that we are finishing up with the cross stitching, came out so cool. Every part of me wanted to end it at this, but who am I? This would not be a Desiree set if it did not have extra shebang. So now I'm going in with this matte top coat to matte the nails out for airbrush application. So I like to use the yogurt gel cotton matte top coat because it is a thin consistency matte top coat. I use this one no matter what for my airbrushing because it is thin and it mattes the nail out so perfectly. I get it from Sweetie Nail Supply. Majority of the products I have, I get from Sweetie Nail Supply. So we're gonna be doing some stencil work. So I make these stencils myself using my Cricut machine. By all means, you do not have to go out and buy a Cricut machine and make your own nail stencils. Please, please, please buy them off of, I know, like, what is her name? Real Hot Girls. She sells stencils for airbrushing. Buy them off of Temu, buy them off of AliExpress. The United States, Amazon sells nail art stencils. There are places to buy them. You do not have to make them on your own. I love DIY anything, so I made them on my own. Okay, so I'm just adding the stencils in various places and going in with, I just went in with 3 types of reds. I went in with like a magenta, a light pink, and a red, and I went crazy. And I added airbrushing, and it's a good thing that I use water-based airbrush paints. I love these because if I don't like the way something is looking, I can just wipe the nail off and keep it pushing. Yeah. And then also because health reasons, gel products are made from acrylics, and if you cannot have acrylics on your nails, and I'm not talking about acrylics, okay baby, the stuff that needs to be cured, the same stuff that monomer and acrylic powder is made out of, the same stuff that gel products are made out of, things that creates a nail, the stuff that creates the nail. If that stuff cannot be on your skin without causing allergies due to overexposure and all that lovely stuff, what makes you think it can be in the air and in your lungs? Baby, it's not just about the acetone, it's about the gel product as well. If gel product cannot be on your skin for X amount of times, what makes you think it can be in your lung for that same amount of times? Okay. So if you guys want a full detailed video on how I airbrush and my airbrush techniques, I'll be more than happy to show you guys and let you know. I just feel like I cut way too much of my airbrushing out to like really go into depth in this video. So after I finished airbrushing everything, I filed my sidewalls to ensure that I don't have any lifting or peeling of the airbrush or the product from the rest of my nails. And then I went ahead and I used my, I think I used my yogurt zero base gel to completely cap in my airbrush. Yeah. And so now I'm gonna go in and add some charm work. So I love charms, but one thing I've been learning is I don't like where you just add a bunch of charms on the nail. Like, it's a look and it's cute and it has its purpose and it has its reason, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. Like, I, for the life of me, love to look at junk nails, but I cannot fathom to do it. I cannot, because I'm too technical. It takes me way too long to put something on a nail and I think about everything. I get real serious when it comes to nails and what I put on nails and how I construct a nail look. So junk nails scare me because it's too spontaneous. Like, this is the color scheme and I'm just gonna throw all these charms on here and try to fit as much as possible. That puts me in a chokehold. Like, I'm scared. I can't do that. Mommy. So yeah, I do my own version of junk nails, which probably is like putting a bunch of cohesive stuff on a nail, but it's gonna look like something and it's gonna tell a story. Oh, I thought this would be really cute to make like a little belt chain and then on the belt chain add like little love, like the word love written out, like it's like a charm on your belt chain. And then I just went in and was like, oh, it needs a little bit of pizzazz. So I added some stones. I went in with like this raspberry, pretty much the same colors that I airbrushed with, red, a raspberry toned, and a light pink. I get all of my flatback charms from AliExpress, and here's a hack for finding flatbacks on AliExpress. Make sure you type in glass rhinestones, because rhinestones come in many different forms. You have the plastic ones, you have the glass ones, and you have the crystal ones. Crystal is like Swarovski. She's expensive because she's made from premium crystals and she's cut in a certain way that only Swarovski cuts her crystals in that way. So it gives them that extra high glass shine and that sparkle. Yeah, high dollar amount for those flat backs. Glass rhinestones, they're cut in a certain way and they're made from glass. So they give you that sparkle, but they're not as expensive. Now the plastic ones, they're cheap. And those are typically the ones that you see people top coating over because they're cheap. They're the ones that you get off of Amazon for like $5 because they're plastic. They're cheap. Now the ones that I use are glass rhinestones. They give you that sparkle and they shine so well when they're hit with light. Beautiful. AliExpress. They're still cheap. I think the most that I've ever spent on any of my flat back glass rhinestones, probably like $15. And that coming in a pack is not that individual. Like those light pink ones, I think they were like $1 something. And the same for those raspberry ones were like $1 something. And then the red ones that I have came in a pack with other colors, and that was about $15. Glass rhinestones, AliExpress. It's gonna take a really long time, but the outcome is good, and you give high quality rhinestones for a fraction of the price. Okay, so I went in and I top coated everything, making sure I seal around my rhinestones so I do not lose my shine, because what's the point in putting a bunch of rhinestones on your nails if they're not gonna sparkle in the light? So now I'm gonna go in with my MPA X Narina Nails palette again to create the thick stitching around the G nails. So the reason to why I did top coat and then the stitching around the nails is because that is a non-wipe art gel. You do not need to wipe it off. It cures 60 minutes. After the 60 minutes, it is non-wipe. It does not have an inhibition layer. And I've done this before where I've done it on top of top coat and I haven't had a problem with it peeling off or coming off. So yeah. Okay. And then I cured that. And then I thought that my thumb and my ring finger just looked a little too plain. So, you know, like the patches, like the iron-on patches that you can put on jeans, I kind of wanted to give that kind of like aesthetic and look. So I made the little kissy lips with my gel art palettes, and then I put acrylic over it to give it like a different type of texture. And it was cute. I liked it, and it definitely filled up the space that was needed on those two nails, because I feel like every other nail had something crazy going on with it except those two. So now I'm finishing off the set with adding my cuticle oil, and we are done. So I really hope that I was as educational as possible, and if I wasn't, let me know so I can know to do better in my upcoming videos. Like I said, 2025, I want you guys to learn something from my channel, learn new techniques, further your education on techniques that you already knew how to do. So yeah, let me know if you want that video on airbrushing, of me going in depth on the things that I learned about airbrushing. I'll be more than happy to show you guys and talk to you guys about it. And yeah, without further ado, we are done. Thank you so much for watching and clicking on this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. I love you truly. Bye.
Are you just waiting?